Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk Royal Rumble review. I'm Ollie Davis. It was the Blue brand that kicked off the pre-show with Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella and Naomi beating Alexa Bliss, Mickie James and Natalya, neatly setting up Naomi versus Bliss for the next title match. What followed was essentially a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view. The rest of the pre-show had Galanderson defeat Shimaro with a fistful of tights to become the new tag team champions. I can't wait for the 3-referee rematch. And Nia Jax defeated Sasha Banks in a commercial break. Wrestling match. Why do I suddenly want to go and get a KFC with Jeff Jarrett? 52,000 people was the number WWE announced for the Alamo Dome that night. Not quite as impressive when you remember 49,000 of those as SmackDown commentators. Then the Royal Rumble show actually began, with 3 more Raw matches. Charlotte defeated Bayley in a nice opener, giving the Queen as many undefeated pay-per-view wins as her father has world title reigns. And later on, Neville defeated Rich Swann to become the new Cruiserweight Champion. While both very good, the SmackDown and Raw Championship matches, John Cena versus AJ Styles and Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, really exposed the differences between the brands. Owens worked really hard in the Raw title match, doing a frog splash from the top turnbuckle through a table outside, falling through a pyramid of steel chairs, wonderfully mocking Reigns with a brass knuckles Superman punch which Reigns somehow kicked out of, and even busting out a stunner. Stone Cold Steve Austin had some constructive criticism for the latter. Put some stink on it, kid! I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I'm gonna nod in agreement anyway. Yeah. But despite all the crazy spots and near falls, there was a lack of stakes and significance. Raw is very much like the episodic action shows we used to watch as kids. Power Rangers, Johnny Quest, Batman the Animated Series, that strange European show on Channel 5 with a lot of male nudity. It doesn't really matter what happens because this time next week, nothing will have changed, with everything being reset back to the status quo. Apart from Uncle Terry not being allowed round to watch Channel 5 anymore. Owens cheats, Roman wins, Jericho puts people on lists, Seth Rollins moans. The same people have the same matches over and over again. Eat, sleep, Titus O'Neil faces a New Day member, repeat. But on SmackDown, characters change through the decisions they make and the matches they win or lose. Which is why Cena and Styles felt supercharged with emotion, with significance. That John's record-tying 16th world title reign was in reach. It made a brilliant match into a great character-based story, which is far more emotionally satisfying. It genuinely felt like a war, with AJ needing 3 AAs to put him away. And because this story was so well told, the Cena versus Styles feud that stretches back to June last year, the whole Alamo Dome, haters included, erupted when John Cena won. What didn't tell stories well in my opinion though was the Royal Rumble match itself. That's right, it's the part I guess you've all been waiting for, and no, I'm not talking about the 5 back-to-back episodes of Holy Foley. This was promoted as the most star-studded Royal Rumble match ever. What they actually meant was it's the most star-studded last 5 entrants ever. Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, The Undertaker, you know who, and Enzo Amore. Enzo at number 27, the statistically luckiest entrant. Good one, WWE. It's really funny when you go out of your way to troll your loyalist fans. The structure of the match was far too backloaded, with large bulks of the Rumble feeling like Raw's middle hour. Some moments felt like just 2 shining stars away from one of the 20-man tags in the New Day's longest title reign era. There were positives early on. Mark Henry was a nice touch in Texas. There was something oddly hypnotic about Big Show and Braun Strowman thrusting up against each other like fighting super slow-motion sea lions in a nature documentary. And the Wyatt family storyline was perfectly executed, with Luke Harper getting a huge babyface reaction when he discus clothesline Bray. And the eventual Randy Orton win sets up the faction's implosion at WrestleMania. But there are 2 areas in which the Rumble failed miserably. And unfortunately, they're the 2 areas that I enjoy most about the Royal Rumble format: storyline feuds and surprise entrants. Besides the Wyatt family storyline, nearly every pre-existing feud fell short of its potential. James Ellsworth and Braun Strowman only resulted in a hideous-looking bump. Dolph Ziggler didn't go straight for his current nemesis, Apollo Crews. Where was the stare down between Orton and Brock Lesnar after SummerSlam? And Goldberg and Brock managed to do an even shorter version of their Survivor Series bout, being in the ring a full 22 seconds before the Beast Incarnate was eliminated. The other issue was the surprise entrance, in that there weren't really any. Ty Dillinger came out at 10, which was a rare piece of fan service from WWE. But of the 7 other unannounced slots, we had Jack Gallagher, Mark Henry, James Ellsworth, Apollo Crews, Enzo Amore, and Roman Reigns, expectedly greeted by fans chanting naughty words at him. No Kurt Angle, no Finn Balor, no Samoa Joe. Vince McMahon went for Roman Reigns as the big number 30, which is one way to get people to cheer an autumn win, I guess. Reigns was received horribly, and him eliminating The Undertaker presumably sets up their WrestleMania match. This has to be the seeds for a Roman heel turn, but how many times have we thought that before? Overall, the Royal Rumble was a great show, but the Royal Rumble match itself was very disappointing. What are your thoughts on last night's pay-per-view? Vent your Roman Reigns frustrations in the comments below. If you want to watch how I eerily predicted Reigns as a surprise entrant in last week's Wrestle Sketch episode, or see when the Randy Orton win was first leaked, click the videos to the left and subscribe. I've been Ollie Davis. I'm tired because I watched that one live, and that was wrestling.